Okay, we're live. All right, so we have Coach DeAndra'e Woods here from Chapman University. Thanks for having us over here with the Coach's Corner.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Cool. So basically what we're going to do today is we're going to have a few questions on how you implement sports psychology and performance psychology tactics into your everyday coaching with your team. So first off, kind of give us a little background about yourself, who you are, where you're at, and what you do.
Yeah. Again, my name is DeAndra'e Woods. I'm the head coach of track and field and cross country here at Chapman University. I'm a graduate and alum of Cal State Fullerton. Got my bachelor's degree at Cal State Fullerton. Emphasis was exercise science / strength and conditioning. I got my master's degree at Concordia University in Irvine, and that was in coaching and athletic administration. Right now, as the head coach here at Chapman, I serve as kind of focusing on track and cross country recruiting, fundraising, administrative work, everything. Very small staff, but learning a lot, and I'm getting my staff prepared to do more so I can kind of direct more. I also teach part-time adjunct at Cal State Fullerton, techniques of coaching and hopefully other courses soon. And I have experience in strength and conditioning, working with baseball, softball teams. I was a director of a facility for 3 years as well, working from eight-year-old athletes all the way up to adults in minor league and professional baseball players and tennis players and stuff like that. So a good range of experience in the last probably 6 years, and really excited. And I love kinesiology and I love sports psych and what we do here. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, awesome. What a list of accolades in 6 years, man. That's nuts.
I was kind of busy. I didn't sleep very much.
Hey, but hard work pays off, right? Look at the office that you're in.
Oh yeah, all right. A cubicle, but it looks nice. I'll take it.
Hey, yeah. Okay, so first question. What are ways that you implement sports psychology principles and tactics into your coaching at Chapman?
Yeah, well, it's an everyday thing here. It's something that we should use every day. So I implement it in my cues that I give my student athletes. We have a team mission as well, where we use, and I think that helps in implementation, and also in our team meetings and in our emails. Everything is a part of the sports psych, I think, realm for me as a coach. When I send my athletes an email, our team mission is at the bottom after my signature. When we Instagram, when we tweet, it's a part of that as well. I hashtag it, and I make sure they understand it's a mindset. Every day when we're at practice, some student athletes may panic or they want to worry about the whole practice, and I'll tell them one step at a time, one thing at a time. And that's something we do every single day here. And I think it's made us better.
Nice. Can you explain to me a little bit about what those cues are that you might tell people?
Yeah. So if they're a thrower, the different cues might be, I might tell them to find a focal point, take a deep breath before they get ready to start their throw before their first phase. Same with sprinters and distance runners. There might be a focal point they need to find that might help them take a deep breath, like in the middle of their race. Mm-hmm. Or, understand like they need to kind of refocus. If it's a distance runner, we may tell them, hey, when they get to this certain part, you need to wake back up, wake back up. So it could be a particular location. It can be a saying that they may say to themselves. It may be something that we say to them during their race or during their event. Same with jumpers. If they're jumping, we may tell them to find a focal point out in the crowd or out in the way so they can focus on looking forward instead of looking down on their on the board. So keeping their eyes up is definitely something that we work on too.
Nice. So it sounds like you're doing a lot of like mental prep with relaxation, but then also in the moment, those refocus strategies when they need it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as they mature in the sport, it helps them, and then we can change our cues if we have to, if they don't work anymore because they're used to it, and we can adapt. And, I think it helps us as coaches too, because we learn that not every cue works for every student athlete. Not every method that we use works for every student athlete.
Right. I think that's huge. Making sure that you're compensating and adjusting over time.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this mission that you're mentioning. You put it at the end of emails, something that you're hashtagging on Instagram, Twitter, things like that. What does that look like?
Yeah. This year our team mission was believe in, buy in, be all in, and locked in. And I explained it to them is if you got to believe in yourself, not only yourself, but your coaching staff, our administration, our athletic trainers, things of that nature. Buying in means you got to buy into being a part of this team, being a student athlete, understanding that it's a privilege. Be all in is I need to sacrifice. I need to make some changes. I need to be disciplined. I may have to say no to some people that sometimes, like, you can't go to every party, on a Friday night if you have a track meet or practice on Saturday. And then locked in is just lock it in. It closes everything off, and it's making sure you understand that, like, I'm literally locking the key, and I'm going to set that in my pocket, and I'm going to focus on what's going on in the program. During our team meetings, twice a month or every 2 weeks, excuse me. I don't speak about the team mission. I let an individual on the team speak about the team mission, and they choose someone else to go after them. I did this because I think that it's important for them to understand what it means to their teammates to be a part of the team, and also to be a part of that mission and that focus. I also implemented, kind of based off of where we were going in the season, I implemented one more mission when it came to conference championships. And I'm at a program right now where it's a really small program, and we're trying to get our name out there. I took over the program where it was kind of light. The team was kind of small. Now we're starting to get more athletes on the team. We're starting to be more competitive. So the goal at conference championship was our regular team mission, but I added a little something, and I said we're going to put respect on the name. And I wanted them to make sure they understood it was a championship. So change your mindset even more. Obviously, we're competitive, but let's be more competitive. I also added our team mission, and at the end of our tweets, our Instagram post, I felt like that's something that needed to be done. Maybe it's like insider for us, so people may not know what it meant, but it's an insider for us to make sure that the student athletes see it more, multiple times. And I think, on a psychology side of things, is you want the team mission, and you want your mission to be seen and read and thought of multiple times. You look at a corporate company, and unfortunately corporate companies, they fall off on their team mission, because in their training, when your 2-week training, when you're first there, the mission of the company. But after a year or two goes by, it's not something that you tap into every day. So you may forget, or you may get complacent on what the mission actually is.
Yeah, I think that's huge that you're letting them define it and letting them kind of have their own sense of control over what this mission looks like and what they wanted the team to look like. But
yeah,
making sure that it doesn't matter if anybody else knows about it, but they know about it, and that's what's key.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I was like, who cares what everybody else has to say? Because they're not on this team. So if someone's like, "Why are you tweeting that?" It's mind your business. You don't need to worry about that.
And so tell me a little bit about how this season went with that team mission.
Oh my gosh. Well, last year I took over, and we got 9th on the girls' side in cross country, 9th on the guys' side in cross country, 9th in track on the girls' side, 8th on the guys' side. That's the year I took over, 2017-18. This year, 2018's cross country group, girls team finished 6th, and they made a huge jump. We had a lot of new guys, so we finished 9th, but they understood and they bought in, and there were more people on the cross country side. There was more people devoted and focused, and less people trying to get away and get out of practice. Mm-hmm. Understood the goal is to do as well as we can and have fun with it. Same on the track and field side. The guys team took 8th again. The girls team took 8th and moved up, but we scored a school record amount of points in a track and field season. We've never scored over 13 or 14 points per gender in track and field, a part of our conference. We've only been a part of the conference, I think, since like 2012-ish. And so really cool to see. We had 21 school records broken. 21 school records broken, 10 on the ladies' side, 11 on the guys' side. We had a first-time relay be on the podium and take top 3 in conference. That was our 4x4. And we had a first-time thrower take 3rd place on the podium in the javelin. And so I think it was a very successful season. Not only was it successful on the track and in the field, but I think as a whole, the student athletes are more of a family now this year. They understand the mission. It may seem funny to them and they may joke about it, but you can see in someone else's Instagram like post that somebody comment at the bottom, oh, see, this guy really believes in, buys in, is all in, and he's locked in about it. But like that speaks volumes to me, because it makes me understand that they see it and they hear it and they might play with it, but I'll take an extra time where they can see it again.
Yeah, that's awesome. Going back to the after the first question, you're mentioning these kind of like team meetings.
Yeah.
And so when you're doing these team meetings, what does that structure look like? And is that more physical, or are you adding some of the mental stuff in there? What does that look like?
Yeah. So team meeting, we start off with the team mission. Someone on the team talks about the team mission before we get started. After we do that, I go over the past 2 weeks of how we've done as a team. I go over the next 2 weeks and how we've done as a team. And then we get into maybe a mental game topic. Me being a student at Cal State Fullerton, I took classes with Ken Revisa, Dr. Statler, as well as Dr. Becker. And so I've implemented multiple things. My first session, we talked about, like your concerns and your circle of concerns. The topics on different meetings about like our attitude is our decision. We've talked about taking things one step at a time, and understanding understanding in life and in athletics is you can't think about the whole all the time, the main goal. Sometimes you have to think about one step until you get to that main goal, or you can't think about every competition or every pitch that you're going to see. You got to think about one at a time. And so we talked about those things and a few other topics. And I think it helped not only them understand that in athletics, they need to, work on how they approach things. They can't just come out there and go really hard all the time. Also, it made them understand in life, they have to focus on different things and they need to slow things down. Yeah.
Man, that's great. I love that you're implementing the mental game at Chapman. It sounds like you guys are on a great process, a great track to continue doing big things after 21 school records. I'm sure you can top it. You mentioned that you have like a lot of recruits coming in. I love that. So I guess the last thing, we'll wrap things up. You as a coach, where you've been and where you've come from, what are some like resources that other coaches can utilize or take advantage of to add in more of like techniques and the mental side of coaching?
Yeah. Us on the track and field side, we have USTF CCCA. That's a coaching association. We also have USA Track and Field, but sometimes they do informational sessions or symposiums, and they add in, a course for mental processing. So sports psychology, a sports psychology course. Or you can look into books like Heads Up Baseball, Heads Up 2.0 by Ken Revisa. Look up, different texts. I would say contacting other coaches, your mentors and your friends, and talking to them about kind of their process and what they do. And I think what's helped me too is not really asking them about their methods in sports psychology. It's just, can I come and I shadow you for a day? Or can I come and watch a practice? Or I may ask them, what's their approach in a specific setting? And I absorb that information, I watch that information, and then I pull from there. So sometimes most of my learning is not necessarily asking questions. Sometimes it's watching and listening. I think a lot of these conventions and symposiums that I've gone to, I've sat next to these coaches, and at some instances they get a couple drinks in them, and you know where you are. Some people are asking questions, and you don't need to ask the questions. You're right next to them. Let me write that down. I really don't care what people have to say, so I'll pull out a notebook right there in front of people. Like I have a small notebook like this big, and I remember once it was in my jacket pocket, and I came here at a dinner, opened it up, and I wrote down some stuff that a hurdles coach was telling me about. And so I think utilizing your resources, your network, having mentors, getting mentors, and asking questions to like professors and people in the sports psychology realm. I think it's awesome what the sports psychology consultants do. And I think they don't get the right accolades that they deserve, because it's something that even some of us coaches struggle on, and coaches need to go see, sports psychology consultants as well. I think we need some help too sometimes.
Right. I mean, all the stress that you guys are going through, and you guys are performers too. You guys you guys have a lot going on your plate, especially you running two programs with a smaller school, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, big time. And I think too, people forget that like it's how my attitude is my decision. You know, just like I told my athletes, how I respond to you is what I decide. And sometimes I do have to be like, hey, my bad. I shouldn't have jumped to that conclusion.
Mm.
Or maybe I shouldn't have yelled at you, but you have to make sure you listen to this. This is why I did that. And maybe it'll stop me from reacting that way. So I'm going to work on me too. So being humble enough to work on yourself helps your program as well.
Awesome. I love it. Is there any last minute gold nuggets that you want to leave with the audience of the Coach's Corner?
Oh man, gold nugget. If I can leave a gold nugget, the biggest thing is humble yourself and know that you don't know it all. Even me, I've only been coaching at the college level for 6 to 8 years, and I already know I don't know it all, and I'm always willing to learn. I have older coaches that I've gone to, and they just keep telling me, put more tools in your toolbox. Obviously, be very successful and diligent and know how to use certain tools, but it's okay to keep adding more to your toolbox.
Love it. DeAndra'e, thanks for being here. Where can we keep in touch and reach out to you if we have any questions?
Yeah, you can keep in touch with me. I'm on Twitter at Coach DeAndra'e. So CoachDeandrae. That's Twitter. And you can contact me at my Fullerton email, which is dwoods@fullerton.edu.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'll leave that information with everybody on text just in case they can't spell.
Yeah, right. I had to think about it too.
Coach, how do I spell it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here with us. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be reaching out to you and asking you tons of questions. Other than that, have a great day, and thanks for being on the Coach's Corner.
No problem. Thank you for having me, and all the best, and good luck in postseason and summer seasons, getting ready for coaching to everyone.
All right.
Sweet.